Boom. What's good, YouTube? We back at it again with another video. This video just basically gonna be like a quick rundown of the week. What I did right, what I did wrong, what I'm looking forward to for next week. Yeah, I mean, as y'all can see on the screen, we passed that motherfucker. So, I mean, obviously it was a good week. We passed the 100K trading combine. That was one of my goals here, actually for the year, was to pass a combine to get funded before the end of January. So got that complete. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of like the trades that I took. The statistics and all that good stuff too, all that fun stuff that you guys want to see. I'll show that too. Couple, blunders, couple of things that I did where I'm like, oof, I shouldn't do that for the funded account. I'm gonna go over that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and dive in this thing. So let's see when I started this. Oh, what day did I start this? I started this on January 28th. My whole like ideology behind like the combines is like you got to get to that median, right? So you gotta with Topstep if you have a Topstep, if you have a 100K account, the maximum drawdown is 3K. So it's a trailing drawdown that stops whenever you hit the 3K in profit. So my like mindset behind it is, okay, let me get to that 3K. Now I no longer have to worry about the trailing loss, right? So I have that cushion. So once you have that cushion, you can be a little bit more aggressive, if you have like profitable days throughout the week, right? So if you're like at 4K profit, you have like that $1,000 cushion before you even get to the trailing drawdown. So that gives you a little bit more flexibility, room to play with and stuff like that. The rules though are, pretty simple with Topstep. If you guys don't know, you just have to hit 6K profit, so double the drawdown. When I look at these accounts, I don't look at it as like, yeah, I got 100K. Like, nah, bro. No, you don't. You gotta read the rules. So you really only have, like with these 100K accounts, you really only have 3K. So the max drawdown is 3K. And you have to get to essentially like, I guess, 6K. So, I mean, you have to make 6K in profit. Anyways, you get what I'm saying, right? So, with these, I'm a little bit more aggressive though. You know what I mean? Compared to like versus like the funded accounts, like I'm not dropping 3-4 contracts on NQ. You know what I mean? That's with these combines, it's like $100 or whatever. If you follow your plan, you can finish in like 2 days, right? Being overly aggressive, but that's not the goal with the funded. But anyways, this is a little bit of the stats, right? So first day in profits, let's see what we did. I actually have like a screenshot of it, so it's a little bit easier to look at. Nope, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's not that one. Okay, cool. So I took a little screenshot of this. Go ahead and log out of that. So first day, my screenshot was kind of buns too. I cut off the Sunday. I promise it's the month of January. On Tuesday actually. So I don't trade Mondays because I trade London. Just because I work from 9 to 6, so it's kind of hard for me to trade in New York while I'm working. You know what I mean? I found out that doesn't work too well. So I just wake up for London at 2:30, 3 o'clock. And, I try to get some moves in between then. But Tuesday, it was my biggest day. Like I said, y'all, I'm trying to be aggressive with it, right? So hit about 3K in profit. So one of the rules with Topstep, though, is you can't have a winning day over 50% of your total profit. For example, if the profit target is 6K, your biggest day cannot be over 3,000. So actually on Tuesday, the reason why it says actually a lot of trades and shit On Tuesday, when I took my trade, I was actually over the 3,000, right? The half of the day, half of the total profit. So I had to take like trades to like purposely lose trades to get under it. So that's why it looks like that. But next day, Wednesday, I actually did take a lot of trades, which I'm super not proud about. I told y'all in the beginning that I'm actually gonna like show y'all like where I fucked up at, and it was Wednesday and Friday. So Wednesday, this was the day of like FOMC. I knew going in, like I didn't even want to wake up this morning because I knew going in that like this day was gonna be like choppy, small ranges. Like you can get in and get some profit and get out, but like you don't want to like stay too long in the market until after FOMC. But I was trying to get this shit done with. Waking up at 3 is like not the easiest thing, but I low-key got chopped up that day. Well, not really chopped up. So a lot of my trades went to break even. So I took some trades, they went to break even. I took another one, break even. Like it just wasn't worth it. And then I was losing. I had like a trade where I lost like 300. And I'm like, all right, bro, like let me just chill out. But later on in that morning, I saw a good setup, and it covered my losses. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done for today. Yeah, you know what? Like, what am I doing? So I'm glad I caught myself, but that could have easily went bad real quick. So that's something that I gotta. If I know like that day is gonna be choppy, I might as well shouldn't even wake up. Like it's not even worth it. You know what I mean? Next day is Thursday. So Thursday, and I'm gonna show y'all these trades by the way. So I'm just kind of like breaking it down, like of what I did. Thursday, as y'all can see, I really only like it says 4 trades, but I probably took like 2, and I had to, like I guess, lose a few so I don't go over or whatever. But Thursday was actually a really, really, really good day, and y'all gonna see that trade. That was a really smooth trade, like little to no drawdown. Like I literally followed my plan to the T. That was a great day on Tuesday. I'm sorry, Thursday. And then of course Friday. Friday's another day where I kind of fucked up. I'm just being real. So Friday was one of those days where it's just like, okay, I only need $150 to get to pass it. I was literally at like $5,850 in profit, and I actually done this before one time, and I low-key learned my lesson. I was damn near there. I was literally like $100 away from profit, and I blew the account that day. Yeah, crazy, right? So this time around, I was like, okay, let me just like use smaller risks. I think I used like micro contracts. So I was like, yeah, like let me just get this 150, and then let me pass the account. It's Friday, like I don't want to go into Monday or Tuesday like taking this shit again. Let me just go ahead and pass it. My goal too was to get funded by the end of the month. So I was being a little bit too emotional, which is something that I told myself, hey, like you gotta watch out for. That could burn me in the future. But long story short, I mean, there's a few trades that I took before, like I low-key broke my rules, so I'm not super proud about Friday, right? I broke my rules, but we ended up getting the profit that we needed. And yeah, so we ended up passing the account. Let me go ahead and show y'all a few of the trades that I took, and then I'll be able to kind of like get into like my game plan for the funded. So let's go to 28. Okay, that's another detailed version. Can y'all tell I'm a rookie at this yet? Cool. So I pretty much trade ICT concepts, right? I've tried a lot of strategies, but his methodology of like teaching like the charts and market structure really, really helped me see like the opportunities and just waiting for like time, and then price to pull the trigger. So a lot of what I do is basically like what he does or what he has taught. So if you guys don't know like the terminology and things like that, I can try to break it down into baby steps. But yeah, so I take what I've seen be successful for me is taking all of my trades after 3 a.m. For some weird reason, if I take my trade before 3 o'clock, like there's like a 70 to 80% chance that's just going the other way. So at this point, I'm like, all right, like 3 o'clock a.m. After that time, that's my go-to. Like if I see a setup, I am taking it. So this is the one that I took on Tuesday. So I waited till after 3 a.m. to take this trade. Whatever y'all see right here, that little red little thing here, or like, yeah, I don't know what it is, the rectangle in trading view, whatever. Let me make this full screen. That rectangle in trading view, that is the first fair value gap after midnight. So that's a super key level. Price usually reacts off that level. Yeah, so once I saw price just go ahead and give me that engulfing right there at that midnight level. And I also seen that I think this is like a new day opening gap range, somewhere right here. Overall, though, on the daily, like we were super bullish. I wish I had like the 5 minutes so I can kind of show y'all what I was looking at. Let me just back out to see if I have like a better view of like the full picture. I know this is kind of like not the best. Not the best. Let me see. I should take better screenshots. Yeah. Oh well. Anywho, but y'all can see that the midnight time here, first fair value gap after midnight, you stretch it out all the way into the future. That's that gap right there. All right. So 3 o'clock, we see a break of market structure here, but we also see this bounce off this area. Once I see this like price action right here, like this little thing right here. No. Let's not do that. Fuck it. Let's zoom back out. Once I see that right there, that's like a sign telling me that, hey, like we're shifting like, market sentiment. So like no longer bearish, especially like we're closing above that gap. So I'm like, ooh, that looks juicy. So I just placed my entry right there. I placed an entry right there. And then my target initially was like this gap right here. And then like my like longer term target was going to be the 1.5 level, Fibonacci level. So you want to take the high, the low, stretch it out. 0.5 above or 0.5 below is usually like a target area for like your trade or whatever. So that was like my long-term target. And then this was like more like my short-term. But once once price kind of like closed above this here, what I did is I think I actually added another to go up here. And I placed my stop loss like somewhere like in between, like below this low, because I didn't want it to come below this. So yeah, being super aggressive with it, but there's a purpose. There's a method to the madness. So ended up going in my favor, which is really good. And that was like the 3K trade that got me halfway towards the profit target. So that started off with a bang for the week. So that was good. And then I'm gonna show y'all the trade I took on Thursday, which damn near put me at the target. For passing it. So once again, I took better screenshots this time around. So this was right here. This was on Thursday. As y'all can see, there's a fair value gap right here, but now it's inverted. So it's inverted fair value gap, the 5 minute. The red is obviously going to be the midnight, the first fair value gap after midnight. And this is just a 5 minute like time frame picture of everything, right? You can kind of see like market structure here. I wish I took a better screenshot, because right here where I have like the buy side target, you'll be able to see like equal highs. And then this is also a new week opening gap. So there's multiple like magnets that like price can like gravitate towards. So that's why I was so bullish on Thursday, because I'm like, okay, I see a buy side target. I also see a new week opening gap that we haven't touched yet. So like, you know what I mean? Like prices should be gravitating towards that area. Also, we have a break of structure here. So like when we dig back into it, I'm like, yeah, bro, like that's bing, 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 like take that. You know what I mean? That's a good setup. So I have a better look at it on the 1 minute, I believe. Let me show y'all the 15 first. That's what I need to do. I need to start taking pictures of the 15, the 5, and the 1 to give it like a better breakdown. Yeah, bear with me. It's like my first video for real. Cool. Anyways, so I just have a 1 minute, so who cares? But once again, you know, taking the trade after 3 o'clock. So you can see 3 o'clock. You see price come just like shoot down, like right into that midnight, that first fair value gap after midnight, right here. And then the thing about it is like price shot down a little bit below, but never closed under it. Like it literally shot up and it went right back above here, above like midnight opening price. So once I seen that, I was like, ooh wee. I popped my entry right here, placed my stop loss below here. Price shouldn't go back there whatsoever. Rode it up to here. I saw this fair value gap right here above the high. If I was trailing my stop loss, so if price would have closed below that fair value gap, I would have took my profits. It's a quick scalp. That's like what, 20 points, right? But my long-term target was all the way up here. So once we stayed above that, I was like, all right, cool. Like we should be going up here to hit. And then effectively we ended up hitting the new week opening gap in which I thought we were going to hit. But I didn't need to hold it that long because I already hit the damn near 3K that I needed to hit for the account. And yeah. But you guys can kind of see like how like the higher time frame and the lower time frame, they all go together, which is why I really like the ICT like concepts. So that's just kind of like my like thought process behind everything. And then let me show y'all when it hits the new week opening gap on the 5. So like you could see here, like, you know what I mean, and it hits literally like equilibrium, which is crazy. So, but yeah, those are the trades that kind of like put me in a good position to pass the funded account. Pass the combine account to get the funded account. Now, basically, like what I really want to go over is like my goals and how I plan on trading the funded account, because that's gonna be huge, right? This is not gonna be my first funded account, so I kind of know how it goes, or I think I know how it goes. But what I'm thinking about doing is setting a daily loss limit of around $400. That's just because I noticed that when I had like prior funded accounts, like I could go on a crazy run and then I would have one day where the market is not going in my favor, and like I start tilting. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know what I mean? You just go from 3K in profit all the way down to like you just blown the account in one day, right? So that's what I really want to avoid, because that's one of my weaknesses. So if I'm able to control those bad days, but take full advantage of my good days, like we're good, we're set. You know what I mean? Another thing that I want to do with the funded account is I don't want to trade no more than 2 contracts, right? So 1 contract as an initial entry. If I see the trades going my way and I have like a higher target, I might pop like, you know, another one. That's kind of like the mindset that I want to take with it. Until I get to like that buffer, so like that 3K buffer. Like once I get above it by like 1,000 or like 2,000, like once I'm in like $5,000 in profit, now we can be a little bit more aggressive with it. Like now we can like, all right, cool. Like we can risk, you know, we can go with 2 contracts, 3 contracts, and just kind of like build it off from there. You know what I mean? But the biggest goal is to really get to that 3K threshold by the end of February. You know what I mean? I'm not stressing the timeline too much, but I know it's super achievable. Hitting 3K like in a month, like that's just like hitting roughly around $600. What, $600? About like 800 a week ish. You know what I mean? So even with using one contract, I should be able to hit that. Yeah, those are some of my plans for it. Of course, I'm gonna track the progress. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna record every, not record every trade, but like every week, give you guys an update on like where I'm at with it. And yeah, that's the game plan for the funded account. One contract, don't over leverage, don't tilt, set that daily loss limit. That's gonna be huge for me. And if I just, look at it from like a long term standpoint, like 6 months, like that compounding effect is gonna be really, really like beneficial for not only me but for the account too. You know what I mean? Like, hello. So yeah. Now, last thing I want to kind of go over is like what I've learned. What I've learned is that like whenever I kind of get like emotional, I tend to overtrade. So it's better to just keep my days under 2 trades. Like if I keep it under 2 trades, I should be good no matter what. When I'm right, like I'm right, which is good. And when I'm wrong, let me be wrong and let me just call it a day. Like I shouldn't have to force myself into being right. Because the market don't care about that. Also, what I've learned too is that this shit's very, very, very achievable. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like you can do it. You just have to have the right mindset. And then follow your plan. That's really the biggest thing. Like if I just follow my plan that I have outlined, like there's no reason why like I should even come close to that max drawdown. So yeah, I mean that's week 1 update. It's actually my first video. So tell me guys what you think. Leave some feedback in the comment section. Show some love too, you know what I mean? Like we all about love here and positivity. Show some love. And next week is NFP, so I'm probably gonna take it a little bit like light. You know what I mean? Like if not Thursday, Friday, I'm probably not gonna trade London. So my week is probably gonna be done after Wednesday. So I'll give you guys an update though. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.